Hey there, everyone. Happy Thursday. I am King Phi Meteorologist Adam Claibon. What a beautiful day it has been. Yeah, some clouds around this morning, but those disappeared quickly. And then we saw a pretty typical late summer afternoon. Plenty of sunshine, highs right around that 70-degree mark. And out towards the coast, a bit cooler out that way. And there is some cooler weather to come here throughout the night, because tomorrow morning we're going to see widespread 40. So we'll talk about that. Plus, we'll talk about the shower chances ahead heading into the weekend as we get ready to end off summer and then start off fall heading into a Monday. Wanted to show you this first, though, because we did have some of that smoke haze across the skies, but for many of us around the I-5 corridor, we kind of dodged it because our winds right now are coming more so from the north, and that's keeping a lot of the wildfire smoke over the Cascades and also over the Olympics and for parts southward. So you can see as we go throughout these next 24 to 48 hours that we'll start to notice a bit more of that haze across areas around I-5, but that's when we see winds come more so from the west, and eventually that will start to blow a lot of this wildfire smoke on out of here too once we head into the latter part of Saturday night and into Sunday, and that comes along with our system. That's going to bring in some rain. So looking ahead here as we head on into the weekend, it looks like Saturday is going to be dry for many of us. I don't really expect rain to be a part of the forecast, except if you're out along the Olympic Peninsula, and that probably will be more the tip of the Olympic Peninsula at that point Saturday evening. It's going to be more Saturday night, and then into the day on Sunday that we'll have the showers begin to head their way on through. Temperatures starting to cool back down into the 60s too at that point. All right, let's talk 7-day. Here it is right here. You can see it's looking fairly quiet. We do only have that one chance of rain here over the next few days, and then we got another chance coming in late next week as Thursday looks to bring in some showers, which will be more off and on at times. Highs will be around the upper 60s to low 70s most days. Tomorrow and Saturday going to be one of the warmest days that we'll see here over the next 7-day stretch, but also a pretty chilly day too when it comes to overnight lows, which again, we mentioned that before. We'll talk about that here in a second. Here's Paulsbo, and wanted to take a look at this angle right here because this is where you can see more of the smoke over the Olympic Mountains. And then looking from our angle here from our Columbia Tower camera out east over Lake Washington towards Bellevue and then out over the Cascades, you can see more of that smoke haze that is in the skies. Now, temperatures are expected to drop down quickly into the 60s here into the evening, and then we're going to really see those numbers drop after midnight, mid to lower 50s, and eventually a lot of 40s out there early tomorrow morning. Some spots, though, hold on to the low 50s. Also wanted to take a look at winds again because we are seeing those more so out of the north and a little bit out of the northwest, which is helping to direct a lot of that wildfire smoke and keep it over the Cascades and the Olympics. But at the same time, too, it's helping to reinforce that cooler air mass. Yesterday, we saw these temperatures down by about 10 to 15 degrees from the previous day. So today's 24-hour temperature change shows another 5 to 6 to 7, even 8 degrees cooler on top of that, which has many of us right now sitting more so into the low 70s and more so into the 60s, especially out over the Olympic Peninsula here into the early parts of your Thursday evening. So radar, it's going to stay quiet. We do have high pressure in control, and so what that will mean is quiet weather heading on into tonight and into the day for tomorrow. There's some action as you head farther south across California, some tropical moisture out into some of those parts actually coming in from off the Pacific. For us, that's going to dodge us, but we do have the rain coming in from our system out of the Gulf of Alaska. And you can see here, still takes its time before it gets here because we have clear skies here through the night and on into the day for tomorrow. Here we are at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and you can see a lot of clear skies to start off the day. Plenty of clear skies into the afternoon as well. That's 2 p.m. for you. And then we head into tomorrow evening, 7 p.m., clear skies as we're going to see another beautiful sunset. And then here we go into Saturday. Not a whole lot changing. We're just going to get a bit more of that onshore push, helping with more of the cloud development out towards the coastal areas and parts of southwest interior. We'll get a few clouds towards the afternoon into the evening around parts of, I would say, western Washington, closer to the I-5 corridor, but let's back that up right here. The rain comes in by Saturday night. Here we are after sunset, and we're talking 9 p.m. You can see some moderate to heavier showers, and that's indicated by the yellows and the oranges that you're seeing popping up here on Futurecast. As I push this a little forward, you'll see that eventually arrives here closer to areas around the I-5 corridor by about midnight or maybe just afterwards, heading into early Sunday morning. Still seeing some of those yellow pockets and those orange pockets too. Some heavier downpours are going to be possible with this as that continues to make its way on by. We'll see that stick with us into more the early morning hours on Sunday, and then after sunrise, we'll see a lot of the steady rain heading off to the east, more off and on chances as we head on into the afternoon at that point. So let's talk totals, and we're talking totals here up through about the middle part of the morning heading into Sunday, or at least the early part of the morning, you can see a lot of amounts coming in between about a quarter to a half an inch. And this is when we're going to see that main band push off to the east. While off towards the west, you're seeing that we're getting closer to about a half an inch, maybe up to an inch in a few spots. So looking pretty impressive right there with the rainfall totals coming with that. Now, the drought monitor, you can see that that is expected to be still on the dry side for many of us. We just got a latest update here this morning, Thursday morning, and it does show that we still have more of the extreme drought across parts of the central and the north Cascades, and severe drought across a lot of our spots too. So the rain that's coming in here over the weekend going to help. Not going to be drought busting, but it's going to start us off, especially once we head on into the fall season, that we could maybe start to eat away at some of those drought conditions. And looking at what's going to be beyond that point too, after we get past Sunday, well, drier conditions heading on into Monday, into Tuesday as well. Most of the systems heading up into parts of British Columbia. Still not seeing anything really until we get closer to Thursday, and you can see a few showers heading on through at that point. Still a lot of the moisture going to be dodging us as we head on into a lot of next week. But Climate Prediction Center, this is their forecast here as we head on into the last week of September and heading to the first few days of October. Expected to be wetter than normal here across the Pacific Northwest, while we'll see things maybe stay closer to average as far as some of our temperatures. Now for tonight, we're going to see, again, those 40s out there. 46 in Puyallup, 44 getting closer to Shelton, and 46 at Port Angeles, 49 in Bellingham. So a lot of 40s out there. A chilly start for tomorrow. And then highs tomorrow get up to 72 in Bellingham, 69 in Orcas Island, mid-70s around Marysville, Monroe topping off at 77. The islands in the 60s there, Kingston at 75. We'll see the upper 70s around Auburn, down around Tacoma at 78. State Fair, 79 degrees in Puyallup, get up to 80 in Olympia. And we'll see more 80s down this way around Centralia, down towards Longview, and the coast in the 60s. While you get away from the water, you might be able to get up into the 70s here later into tomorrow afternoon. Plenty of sunshine going to help that out heading into the day tomorrow. And for Saturday, it looks like we'll get a lot of it during the first half of the day before the clouds take back over during the second half of the day. Rain for the last full day of summer, and then as we get ready to start off the autumn season heading into Monday at 11:19 a.m., expect to see a partly sunny day with a high of 70 degrees, and then rain finally coming back into the picture as we head later on into next week. All right, so pretty nice stretch of weather still around, guys, and your weekend not going to be a washout. So if you can get out there on Saturday and even Sunday too after the rain gets on out of here, go ahead and do so. Okay, everyone, well, take care. Have a fantastic Friday tomorrow, and we'll talk to you soon.